Have you heard people saying that people don't buy books anymore? Have you heard people asking, how do people actually make money with their books? Have you ever heard somebody say, hey, only certain people can monetize their books? Well, that's simply not the case. I want to show you that not just the big names sell copies of their books or make money with their books. I want to show you that people just like you and me can make money from our books in a variety of ways. You see, my name is Jake Kelfer. I'm a 4-time best-selling author, and I run a company called Big Idea to Bestseller, where we help people just like you write, launch, and profit from a nonfiction book for business growth and massive impact. And I was talking with my team, and I was asking myself this question because I kept hearing people say it over and over again. Do people still buy books? And what we found was that the numbers show that absolutely people still buy books. And there were a few statistics after our team did some research, both on various different sources as well as leveraging AI, that I found to be really, really interesting. And I'm going to share with you the 3. And there are so many more statistics that you can find, but these were 3 that really stood out to me. Number 1 is that in 2024, there were over 787 million books purchased. 787 million books. That's almost a billion books were sold. So are people buying books? Absolutely. The second statistic that was really interesting that I found was that Amazon, the world's biggest bookstore, gets 2.3 to 2.8 billion visits per month. Now, is every one of those visits trying to buy books? No, of course not. But 2.3 to 2.8 billion visits per month, that means that there's a lot of people that have a chance to see your book. And there's a lot of people, if 787 million books are being bought, that means there's a lot of people that are searching for books, which gives us a huge opportunity to stand out if you have the right strategy. Now, after I share these statistics with you, I'm going to break it down for you and show you how to capitalize on this huge opportunity and what I would do if I was starting from scratch to really write a great book quickly. All right. Now, the third statistic, and this one I found really interesting because formats always change, right? There's the evolution of the audiobook and more people reading that. There's the hardcover, there's the paperback, there's the ebook. And I wanted to dig in and so we asked and we looked into it and said, well, are Kindle devices, are people still buying Kindles to read books? And what we found was that in 2024, Kindle device sales, were up 30% year over year. And that was really eye-opening to me because it told me that, yeah, people are still buying it, but that also tells me that other ways of purchasing books is also growing as well. So this is just what I've taken from it. Now, you can go online and you'll find a million different statistics that'll tell you a bunch of different things, but this is what we found, and this is what really interests me when I looked at some of the different numbers and statistics, is that almost 1 billion books were sold last year. Amazon gets 2 billion plus visits per month, and Kindle sales are up 30% year over year. Those are all positive signs that help people just like me and just like you sell copies of books. And that's only one way of monetizing a great book. And so now that you know this, not only can we put that to bed that people don't buy books anymore, but now we can start to capitalize on, well, how do we write a great book so that we can sell more copies because we've written a really good book that leads to something else. And so I'm going to share with you a couple tips that I think are some things to think about if you're thinking about writing a book. Now, the first question I just want to ask you is, if you're thinking about writing a book, what's your reason? What's your intention? Are you trying to make passive income from book sales and have word of mouth just take over? Are you trying to get speaking gigs from your book? Are you trying to get coaching, consulting clients? Trying to offer done-for-you services? Are you trying to switch your career? Are you trying to monetize the book? Are you trying to make an impact? Is it legacy book? What's the reason that you're doing this? Because that's going to help us shape what the book becomes, what the strategy behind the book actually is. All right, so I hope that that's kind of giving you some clarity, but here's some tips to write a great book and really what to focus on. The first thing is related to time. Most people think that you need a lot of time, or you have to give up a lot of time in order to write a really great book. But the truth is, you really only need about an hour a day or less to write a high quality book that you're proud of. And this doesn't include AI. This is just you writing a really high quality book. I wrote my last rough draft in 17 days. It was 32,000 words. And I just followed a very straightforward process that I've refined over writing 4 different best-selling books and helping hundreds of people around the world do the same thing. So time. You don't need to stop running your business. You don't need to make huge sacrifices and stop spending time with your family. You can write a really high quality book that you're proud of with the right plan with the right strategy in just an hour a day. Now, the second component here is ownership. When it comes to writing a book and it comes to making money from book sales or other methods of monetization, is when you self-publish your book, you retain 100% ownership. That means you retain the IP. That means you retain the content, the rights, royalties. Now, of course, whatever distribution platform you use, they will take their cut. But the difference of self-publishing versus a traditional publisher is self-publishing is you get everything that's left. You get all of the royalties. They're given directly to you. You do not have to give up a majority of them to a traditional publisher. This is a huge difference in why people like me who've self-published or professionally published my books, I can make $5 to $7 to $10 plus per copy just via Amazon, and I can make sometimes even more when I sell it on my own sites. Whereas a lot of traditionally published authors will maybe make $1 per copy, and that's after they've already sold enough to get the publisher their advance back. Okay? So ownership is really, really important to understand when you're creating a great book. And if you want to make more money per book sale, having more ownership is going to lead to more profit per book sold. The next thing that people always are thinking about is book length. How long should it be? How many words should it be? And here's what we're noticing right now is that the goal of a book, okay, the goal of a nonfiction book is first to provide value to the reader. Second is to provide so much value to the reader that they finish your book. And three, provide so much value that the reader finishes your book, gets results, and is ecstatic about what your book could do for them. I believe that when you write a book that's nonfiction and you're trying to help somebody, the goal should be to help somebody. It's not to gatekeep. It's not to just pitch yourself. It's not to just add a million different links. All those things can be strategically placed, of course. But my number one goal with my book is to make sure that the reader gets the result that I promised them. And if they want help with implementation or anything like that, I'm going to give them the resources or the next steps on how they can go about doing that. So when it comes to book length, it's not about a 200 to 300 book of fluff that fills space. I love the 150 page range. Okay, it could be 100, 200 pages, but the 150 page range feels really good to me and what we're seeing sell really well and be finished by readers in today's world. So I like the 150 page range. That's typically about 30 to 45,000 words. My book, Big Idea to Bestseller, is about it's about 160 pages before adding in all the other pages that extend it a little bit when it comes to like acknowledgments, dedication, table of contents. And that book's about 35,000 words. Okay. So that's the sweet spot that I personally have really enjoyed writing. I've gotten a lot of great feedback about that. And that's also what hundreds of people who have read my book have ended up writing books in that length and size. So that's book length. Let's go to another thing here is speed to launch. Okay. Oftentimes people, just like the time thing, people say, well, it's going to take me so long to get my book done. Well, that doesn't have to be true either. It doesn't have to take you 3 years, 5 years to get your book from idea to launch. You could do it in as little as 90 days, and you could take 6 months, 8 months, a year, but it doesn't have to take multiple years. And again, you don't have to spend every minute of every day doing this. I like to think of writing a book as an addition to what I'm already doing rather than a distraction or a subtraction that prevents me from growth. When I wrote my fourth book, Big Idea to Bestseller, we had some amazing things. I was on the road traveling, I was speaking, I was growing our business, and I was also writing the book. And I would just document it along the way. So speed to launch. All right, you can finish this as little as 90 days. And some people take a couple months. Some people take up to a year. But you really don't need more time than that to get your book out there, especially if you retain 100% ownership. My fourth book, Big Idea to Bestseller, to put this in perspective so you can see this, I wrote, published, and launched it by day 87. And I documented this whole thing as well because I wanted to see, what does it really take? So kind of combining everything, I spent about 50 minutes a day working on this book. I got my rough draft done in 17 days, and I launched it to bestseller status by day 87. That book's gone on to be read by thousands of people worldwide and has contributed over $1 million in revenue to our business. Okay, so it's really important that you understand what's the reality of this space, right? We started off by, are people still buying books? Well, not only are they still buying books, but they want good books. Well, here's how you write a good book while still being able to live your life. All right, here's the next thing. And this is the last tip that I really, really want to share is reader experience. All right, so when you write a really great book that can lead to sales, that can lead to reviews, that can lead to recommendations, that can lead to back-end results, you need to have a great reader experience. If the reader experience isn't good, meaning that your cover sucks, the title's not intriguing, the interior of your book isn't properly edited, the formatting's off, and if you do it and it looks like an amateur did it, the reader experience isn't going to be there. But let's say you do all of that properly. Well, now you want to make sure that the content is good. The content is what they need. And this is where you combine your expertise with your experience. And when you can do that, readers will feel that you understand them. They'll feel like they know you. They know your style, your story, your personality, your methodology. They're going to believe you actually can help them get the result. And they're going to trust you because they're going to feel related to. And that's going to enhance their experience. And if their experience feels really good and they got a 150-page book in front of them, they're like, man, this is exciting. I'm excited to get through all this. They're going to not only get through it, but they're going to finish it. And if they finish it, they're going to get results. And if they get results, they're going to sing your praises and lead to reviews and then start to refer you and start to want to do more with you or help your book get out to the masses. We've seen this time and time again. People will read my book and they'll be able to launch their own book. And they're like, oh my gosh, Jake, like you didn't even sell me something in this book and I still got the result. Or people will tell me, Jake, there's so much value in this book. You actually helped me do this. But like, I don't want to figure out all these other things. Can you guys do that for us as a publisher? And so by writing a really great book that gives people the actual information they need to solve their problem, you're able to set yourself up for a ton of success as an author. To bring this full circle here, that's how you're going to sell more copies of your book. So are people buying books? Absolutely, they're buying books. How do we get our book to be sold? We follow the steps that we just talked about. And if you do this, you're going to be A-okay on your way to writing a really great nonfiction book that will lead to back-end sales and revenue generating opportunities. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about this process, how to write, publish, and launch a nonfiction book, then I'll give you a free copy of my book, Big Idea to Bestseller. Just go to bigideatobestseller.com/free-book. You can go ahead and get a free paperback copy. We'll literally just send it straight to you. All that we ask is that you cover the shipping. And if you know that you really already dialed in or you have an idea and you're like, okay, I need to get my book out soon. How do we do this? We'll go to bigideatobestseller.com/call, book a call to speak with our team, and we'll break down the whole thing for you. We'll talk about what your vision is. We'll talk about why you haven't finished your book yet. And we'll talk about what you need to do and build out the roadmap so you can get your book done in just a matter of months. That's what we want to do for you. We want to make sure that you get your book out to the world because the truth is your story matters. All right. Your voice deserves to be heard. So let's make it great. Let's have some fun here. We're here to help. I hope you enjoyed this.